Hey, you. Yes, you. The person listening to this right now. In case you're not aware, it's Autism Awareness Month. I know that can evoke a lot of mixed feelings for a lot of people. While it's great that more and more people are acknowledging and even celebrating neurodivergence, it's easy to feel like they still don't understand what they're talking about. A lot of them are misinformed or just downright patronizing. And as the name of the month indicates, most folks just focus on autism, which, while important, is exclusionary towards other conditions like ADHD or bipolar disorder. Well, Ella and I hope that this audio makes up for that in some little way and serves as a comforting and affirming reminder that you and all the things your mind has to offer are valid and appreciated. I'm not going to touch you in this audio. Not that all neurodivergent people dislike being touched. A lot of us love it. That's a harmful stereotype, and we are not about that here. But if you do want to be touched, feel free to pretend that I'm giving you a big hug, or holding your hand, or whatever you like. Whatever you want to think about or imagine, please feel free to do it while I list off a number of much needed affirmations for everyone under the neurodivergent umbrella. I want to start off these affirmations by saying how, unless you want to, you don't need a formal diagnosis to identify as neurodivergent. It's often very hard to get an official diagnosis, especially for AFAB people and people over a certain age. But, like I said, you're still valid even if you don't have one. You know your body and your mind better than anyone else. The next thing I would like to say is that, contrary to what you might think, whatever condition you have does not make you worth less or a burden to other people. While things may be difficult sometimes, you still contribute so much to the world and the lives of those around you. There are so many people who want to see you happy, and they will work hard to give you whatever support you need. On a similar note, your special interest, if you have one, is not something you should hide or be afraid to tell people about. They want to hear your passion and may even find the subject interesting themselves. You won't know until you try. Don't worry about info dumping or coming across as weird. Allow yourself to speak about the things you love. Another perfectly healthy and useful thing neurodivergent people tend to hide is stimming. Don't be afraid to stim when you need to, even in public. Most of the time, as long as you're being cautious, people won't mind. And if they do, fuck them. You need to do what you need to do to feel comfortable in certain environments. And that's okay. Finally, your exhaustion and frustration are valid. You exist in a world that was not made for people who are wired differently, and that can be tough sometimes. The problem, however, is not with you. It's with the lack of accessibility and accommodation that many neurodivergent people face. But I know you can find a way to navigate this crazy world, and please ask for help if you need it. You are worth it. Ella and I hope that at least one of these spoke to you in some way, and if not, think of your own affirmations. A few words can go a long way, whether you're struggling with school, or with work, or finding work, or at home with the people you love, whether they are your friends or your relatives.